Welcome to Better with Art. I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and practice creative self-care with weekly small art prompts that can be done in an art journal or on paper if you don't have one. You can check the description for my top recommendation. I have a Sharpie out again this week, and if you've been around a while, you know I enjoy my Sharpies. And usually for this type of mind-relaxing line making, I use black. But I really like this. It's sort of a navy blue, and I thought, why not do it a little differently this time? And this is a little bit different line making than we've done before also. Starting with the corners and making lines from corner to corner. Yours can be straighter if you would like. And I'm going to take that one closer to the corner, but that's okay. As I always say, these are our art journals. The important thing is the process over the product. Just letting ourselves get lost in the act of making. Not quite how I envisioned this, but that's okay. After you have your lines, and they can be as straight or as wavy as you would like, and you can have them more geared toward your corners, I'm going to run with this and see how it goes. The next step is to make sort of a petal or leaf shape. If you are using a finer tipped marker than a Sharpie, it may work better. And as you can see, don't worry about the perfection of your petal leaves, but try to get into a flow in how you're making them. Well, that one a little cockeyed, but that's okay. You'll find your own flow, and it will be easier when you're not, well, since you won't be trying to explain what you're doing to a microphone on camera. Wow, that one was really quite rather off, but that's okay. The next thing is to make matching petal leaves. And yes, if you have seen others make this style of art on Instagram, as I have, don't be too disappointed in my petal leaves. Just use them as a reminder that we may not always love how we make something in particular, and that's okay. We learn by doing, we get better by practicing, and we just feel better in non-judgmental making. And that is a problem, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. My tip was a little big for how I went through there. That's okay. So if your lines are more evenly spaced than mine, you will probably find this step more relaxing than I am right now. I started to say I miscalculated, but as I wasn't really calculating. Anyway, art journals. Art journals are a place for us to experiment and express ourselves without concern for what others will think. And there, I was getting into some good flow with that. But yes, the thicker tip may not be the most ideal. Let's see if I can actually end up with some leaf shapes down here. As opposed to just blobs that will vanish into the background. Well, this is not going to be a time where I'm going to end up with a finished product that I'll be thinking, wow, I love how that turned out. But again, that's okay. The more I relax into the process, how do we deal with this one? The more I can relax into the process, the more I can just enjoy it. But some of you are just thinking, wow, that is a mess. And that's okay. I'm still going to put it on YouTube. And if you judge it harshly, well, that's not my problem. Regardless of how you think about how my leafy petals or petally leaves are turning out, I hope it encourages you to make your own. And let you be comfortable with however they turn out. And hey, you may make yours and think, wow, I did way better than she did. And maybe you've already done a project like this. As happens, doing the same type of motion and gripping my writing implement tightly is not feeling awesome. I'm getting a little cramped up. In part because I haven't quite gotten my stride. Ooh, like kind of like that. I am so grateful to the creator of the 100-Day Project and for how it encouraged me in 2022 to reclaim my creativity and establish a regular habit of art making. I am so much healthier. And that's why I am here to share what I have found. Even with pieces that I wouldn't have been just showing people. And now I post on the internet for anyone to find. I also share art let's see, I started to say prouder of, but I'm proud of this in its own way, even if it's not objectively good, if you will. This is about the process, as I keep saying. We are wired for creativity, made in the image of the Creator. When we don't take time to exercise our creativity in ways we find enjoyable and worthwhile, we can't be as healthy as we would be. For many of us, art making is something we just love, or at least are so drawn to. We just don't feel right when we're not making it. Or we might even not be able to articulate it like that. We might not recognize it, but when we come back to it, we feel that just shift, that necessary shift. And I ignored it. I ignored that reality for years. So I am here to encourage you not to ignore it for years like I did, and become healthier by embracing your artistic side. And if art making isn't your thing, there are unlimited types of creativity, and we can use them as tools to help improve and maintain our mental health. Last Sunday, I said I would finally be back with a Wednesday video, and with various issues, including power failures and, well, just a lot of things came up. I did not get that Wednesday video done. I don't know what it is with that video, but it just seems to be, I'm feeling like it's unfinishable, but I'll get there. I might fill in with something different this coming Wednesday. We'll see. The dive just doesn't want to finish coming together. Making the piece was incredibly sort of quick and easy, but the video, not so much. If you would like to share your Better with Art with others to encourage them to practice creative self-care, I would love it if you tagged me so I could see what you're doing. And if you are not so confident with just sharing your art with whoever happens to show up to see it, but would like to be encouraged and encourage others on this Better with Art journey, there will be a link in the description for you to sign up to receive emails from me that I hope at some point will go back to weekly. But right now, that is not the way it's working out. But I guess the thing to say is they won't be more than weekly. I won't ever spam you, even when I get back into finding the time to write more emails. Okay, these lines got away from me too. Oh, but what I was trying to say is you also will receive a link to join the private Better with Art Facebook group, which is a very encouraging little group. We are slowly growing. And we would love the opportunity to encourage you there. There will also be, as I mentioned, the link to this particular art journal, because I find it ideal for all of the types of art I do for Better with Art. It holds up to wet applications, dry applications, layered applications. If you are looking for something other than this, but you would like to have this ability to do all types of art in it, remember that the paperweight is important. This is 140 pound, 300 GSM, and also hot pressed, which means the surface is smooth, cold press is bumpy. I remember that, how I heard someone say hot pressed is smooth, like with a hot iron, and cold press is bumpy, like goosebumps. This is smooth mixed media pad. And I think I'm out of frame. However you decide to do your lines and petal leaves this week, or if you decide to do something else, the important thing is to make art, to practice creative self-care. I will continue to share my perfectly imperfect art journal projects for you, and my outside art journal art, all of which I hope encourages you to be making your own art. Taking time for art is not a waste of time.